Here, what we're doing is trying to inform the community so that they know that they have the right to vote, regardless if they're citizens or not.
The 1955 D.C. Election Code was amended to pass the Local Resident Voting Act of 2022, granting voting rights in local elections to all D.C. residents of at least 30 days, regardless of citizenship. Local positions that residents are now eligible to vote for include mayor, attorney general, chairman/member of the council, and more. This new right did not come without pushback, as community organizer Kush Karad shares that various organizers have collectively been advocating for this bill for at least a decade.
This legislation has taken a decade for organizers to pass. They've always faced roadblocks such as conservative pushback or myths about immigrants. And when we started, our main push was to have folks who have DACA or TPS statuses get the right to vote. Our biggest challenge was to convince council that not only should they have the chance to vote or the opportunity to vote, but all residents, regardless of their immigration status, should have the right to vote.
Last July, Congresswoman Eleanor Norton was one of many who opposed the bill, sharing that D.C. residents are worthy and capable of governing their own local affairs, citing this change as one of the constant attacks on D.C. election laws. Karad had this to say in response.
This does not take away from their voting power. Often when you franchise other folks who already have the vote are like, what about us, right? And I think we have moved as a society where folks are like, not only does us bringing in more people help our democracy, but it helps our democracy thrive, because there may be things that I am not understanding as a person that's living in Ward 3 that someone from Ward 8 who's not a citizen is noticing.
The American Immigration Council reports immigrants make up 14% of the D.C. population. We interviewed two types of D.C. immigrants, including non-citizen resident and African politician Carl Mabanda and U.S. citizen Jose Cruz, to hear their perspectives on this. Reporter Maya Trujillo translates.
Well, it's important for us immigrants. It's important so we can elect a good candidate who will help us all, not just white people, but everyone. Because we're people who come to work, and we just want to be helped with.
For what America is, a country of immigrants, everybody's immigrants, it comes somewhere unless they're Native American. I think things are evolving so by time, things are changing. If America believes that this change can make good to America, okay, it's good.
We thought of it in very simple terms. If you go to work here, if you go to school here, if you ride the bus, you deserve a chance to say what happens in your community, what the community looks like.
D.C. Board of Elections shares that 23 people have registered so far as non-citizen. For NewsVision, I'm Amya Henry.